Welcome to the House of Cons. Tribal with me one more time. Salute to everybody in the house. We in the house. Dumbo family in the house. 203 Low Gang in the house. Salute.
Boom shakalaka!
We got a real good show lined up tonight, man. Yeah, I got something to talk about tonight, man. I'm glad y'all here with me. I hope everybody feeling good. I hope your family feeling good. I hope everybody blessed. I hope everybody in good health and in good spirits, my nigga. Anyway, title of the show is Atala and Chactas, my nigga. Atala and Chactas, my nigga. Salute.
Boom shakalaka!
How many of y'all ever heard the story of Atala and Chactas, my nigga? Hit me in the chat. Let me know if you ever heard of the story of Atala and Chactas. We're going to talk about it tonight. I got a couple of sources we're going to look at. They just happen to be primary sources. And, man, I appreciate everybody for joining me. I appreciate everybody that support the house, man. Everybody that be hitting me up on the cash out. Give me the cash out love. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep the show rolling. Salute. Hey, we about to talk about Atala and Chactas. I see ain't nobody hit me up in the chat. Let me know they heard about Atala and Chactas, so I guess we learning something new tonight. I guess it's gonna be something new then. I like giving something new, man. That's what I'm all about, doing something new. You know, I like to specialize in that. Sometimes it's something new mixed with a little something old. Sometimes we revisit something old just so we rememberize it, my nigga. You know they like to hide stuff. Eventually they probably try to take it away. But once you got it in your memory, no one can ever take it away, my nigga. Salute. We're just gonna talk about our ancestors, our history. We're looking at this thumbnail from a third eye point of view. And what do we see here? I mean, without even looking at the description, what do we see? I definitely see two so-called Negroes and then one other person, right? Both of the Negroes look like they got on feathered headdresses. Salute. Both of them, right? And one of them look like they're being tied up to a tree. And then the person that's tying them up don't look like a Negro. No. Or it's that person freeing them. Salute. Is the cup halfway empty or halfway full? It's the knocker being tied up or it's the knocker being freed? You be the judge. See, that's what I mean by you always gotta have your third eye open. You can't just make an assumption and stop right there and think you know everything, right? Because if we took our first assumption by what we've been brainwashed to believe, we would say they're tying up a slave, right? But could it be someone freeing the slave? So you gotta always have your eyes open and you gotta always look at both sides of the coin, my nigga. That's what's gonna make you official. You know, it's two sides. You can't just do a 180. You got to do a 360, my nigga. So you got to look at both sides of the coin. We checking it out. They could be locking them up. They could be freeing them, right? We're just making our own assumptions about what we see. But let's talk about it. But before we talk about it, before we get into that, I'm getting to something else real quick. I've been dropping a lot of posts in the community chat lately because I've been just trying to give some literature. So stuff people can look at and read and decipher for themselves. I'm going to my community post right now, the House of Cons. And this is the last post I put. It's talking about the some of the places in the slave trade. But first, before we go back to the last one, let's go back to one of the first ones. Because lately I've been on this slave thing with y'all, right? And right here we got this post from a day ago. It say, they say the slave ships arrived directly in these ports, supposedly from Africa, right? They say these are the ports that slaves arrived directly from Africa in the United States. This is what we are told, right? Hey, salute to Craig R in the house. Salute. So these are They left out Virginia, right? They left out Virginia, but they say these in Virginia. They say these are the known places, the known colonies, the known colonizer colonies where slave ships directly from Africa, straight out of Africa. They say came. Now we can prove them wrong since they done played themselves and they done gave up these places.
You big dummy.
This makes it very easy to prove them wrong. I've been posting these posts because I'm trying to make some stuff clear to y'all. So they say the slave ships ride directly from Africa here. It's North Carolina. They say Port Bath, Port Beaufort, blah, blah, blah. Georgia, Savannah was a major port for the importation of enslaved people. And notice they're not saying Africans here. But anyway, we're going to get on to that. South Carolina, Charleston was a major port for importation of slave people. Louisiana, Algiers was a major slave market in the deep South. All right, Mississippi, Natchez was a major slave market in the deep South after the War of 1812. Maryland. Now look, remember, the U.S. made a law to ban the importation of any slave in the United States in 1808. So where did these slaves come after the War of 1812? Use your imagination. Baltimore was a port of arrival for slave ships. Maryland. Ports on the Gulf of Mexico were ports of arrival of slave ships. Rhode Island, Newport, Bristol. Now, when you go to each one of these places, because you know me, I'm going to go to each one of them. Now I'll ask my questions when I get there. But anyway, I just kept posting stuff. I posted this. This is the only picture of a slave ship that anybody on the earth has ever seen. We ain't never seen no real slave ship. Except for this one. And I just go ahead and jumped out the window because I know when I jump out the window, I'm going to land on my feet. Because I don't never jump out the window unless I know I'm landing on my feet. Hey, Molten Gate in the house, salute. The only time I jump off the bridge, out the window, is when I know for a fact I'm landing on my feet. So I jumped out the window. Hey, no slave ships ever came to Florida. Who want to check me? Who want to test me? Come check me, boo. Who want to test me? Nobody. Like Keith Sweat say, nobody. Who want to test me? No slave ship. I challenge anybody in the debate that want to debate me that a slave ship never landed in Florida. I'll take that. I am a Floridian. Look, right here I put this one. A lot of Negroes in Haiti really from Louisiana. Following a conflict with the French colonists in 1731, a significant number of Natchez Indians were captured and enslaved by the French and subsequently transported to the Caribbean. Natchez Indians from Mississippi or from Louisiana at the time. To the colony of the Caribbean of Saint Domingue, now Haiti. Ain't no now Haiti, that's ancient Haiti. They talking about now Haiti. Like we don't know that's ancient Haiti. They so stupid. When they were forced to work on plantations as slaves, Native Americans being enslaved. This event marks a historical instance of Native Americans being enslaved in the Caribbean. Let's keep it further because I just kept dropping some that y'all, because I'm trying to paint a picture here for y'all. And I put, look, they were shipping Nagas from the north to the Caribbean. They were shipping Nagas from Carolina and Virginia down to the Caribbean and the Haiti and Jamaican shit. And they were sending them, then on that same ship, they'll send a group load of them Nagas back to Carolina. And when the Jamaicans and the Haitians got to Carolina, they told everybody they were slaves from Africa. And when the Carolinians and the Virginians got down there to the Barbados and the Jamaica and Haiti, they told them they were from Africa too. Yes, a significant portion of the slave ships that landed in Carolina, in the North and South Carolina, particularly in the South, came from the Caribbean. A significant portion, just about all of them, You know, just all of them talking about significant. All of them came from the Caribbean. All them damn slave ships came from the Caribbean. Look, with the majority, all of them originated from the British colony of the Barbados. Hey, which served as a major. Look, see, they got to put a disclaimer after that. They didn't come from Africa. Them ships really came from Barbados or the Caribbean, which served as a major source of enslaved labor for the early Carolina settlements. Meaning many enslaved people in the Carolinas were originally brought from the Caribbean. Disclaimer at the end, rather than directly from Africa. It wasn't never from Africa at all. The damn ship came from the Caribbean. And the ships that went there came from the United States. What are now called United States, right? Look, the Spanish assumed control of Louisiana in 1763, and human trafficking to Louisiana through the Caribbean increased. They talking about from the Caribbean. Between 1772 and 1776, at least 16 ships traffic. Look, they know, they can tell you exactly how many ships. At least 16 ships traffic enslaved people to Louisiana from Jamaica. They like, these Jamaican nigglets ain't never been to Louisiana, and these Louisiana nigglets ain't never been to Jamaica. And they was swapping knockers out, and now you lost. You somewhere else. You a slave. Everybody think you were African. See, this was this simple. Look at here. Here goes some more proof. Look, when you catch the AI in the lie. Look. I asked the AI, tell me about this French enslavement of the Natchez Indians down in the Caribbean. AI, no information about the French slave ships carrying Natchez Indians to the Caribbean is available. But here's some information about the French slave trade and the Natchez people. First off, the French slave trade was strictly Africans. Don't you think it was nothing else? I don't care about what you reading about the bone savages and all this and that and the Atala and shit. It was Africans and booty scratchers, and that's it. That's basically what the first paragraph trying to tell you. Look, the French slave trade transported captives from Western Africa to the Caribbean. This is the lie. This is the lie. The Dutch and the French Guinea of the Spanish Caribbean. This is the lie. So, but down here they tell you, but here's some information about the slave trade and the Natchez people. Look, the Natchez people in 1730, the French army supported by the Choctaw and Tunica tribes attacked the Natchez. The French burnt the Natchez villages and chased them into the swamps west of Baton Rouge. The fighting was brutal, with both sides committing atrocities. Wait a minute, what happened to the slaves? What happened to them enslaving the Natchez? You left that out conveniently. I know how to answer the questions the right way. I know how to react to these questions. Did the French enslave indigenous people in Louisiana? Yes, indigenous people from Louisiana were enslaved and sent to the Caribbean, including Saint Domingue. Damn, AI, you just told me something totally different. You ain't had no information. I had to re-ask the question the right way to lead you where I needed to go, AI. The French enslaved indigenous people in Louisiana from sea. Look, they got the dates and all. What happened to that over here? You came straight out of Africa, straight out of booty scratching land with no dates. No dates. You got 1739 here. You went to the French army. You ain't said nothing about enslavement. I asked you the question the right way. You tell me all about it with the dates. The French, and I know these dates is accurate because I already studied. The French enslavement of indigenous people in Louisiana from 1699. Before this 1730 crap you talking about now here. All the way to 1803. They captured indigenous people and raised and enslaved them, women and children who survived. In 1731, the French enslaved nearly 300 Natchez people and sent them to Saint Domingue. You told me you ain't had nothing on it, you liar. Slave trade, indigenous slave raiders captured indigenous people, look, mostly women and children, and sold them to slavers who shipped them to the Caribbean from Louisiana. A lot of you niggas think you Jamaican. You really a Louisiana. You really a little Weezy little nigga. And a lot of you niggas think you Carolinians. You really Haitian. It's all love though, cause we brothers. But y'all don't know, cause y'all ain't studied for real. rolling economy. We ain't tripping off all that. The enslavement of indigenous people in the Caribbean and colonial America is largely silenced. In the written historical records, they got the nerve. Some kind of nerve. All right. Moving on, I just kept dropping posts because I'm trying to paint a picture. No Negro came from Africa. That's all cap. Look, yes. According to historical records, most slave ships that landed in not just that landed in these other, most that landed in Virginia with enslaved people came from the Caribbean. Look, Barbados. Look, New England. Yes, New England colonies shipped Native Americans to the Barbados. So wait a minute. You was bringing Nagas to Virginia from the Barbados, and you was shipping Nagas from New England to the Barbados. New England colonists participated in the English intercolonial Indian slave trade, sending Native Americans to the Caribbean and other destinations. This was part of a larger Atlantic economy that relied on the labor of indigenous, not no African peoples. That's a lie. They just telling you they was black. They was only indigenous people, and yes, they were black. New England colonists sent Native Americans to Barbados, Bermuda, Jamaica, and the Azores, and Spain, Tangier, and other destinations. They were sending Indians all over the damn world, Africa and all. They were sending out us everywhere. They weren't bringing all these immigrants came as indentured servants. See, they're not indentured slaves. I'm telling you about all this stuff, man. I kept it moving because I was trying to paint up a picture. Look. Were there Indian slaves in the Caribbean? Look, between 1836 and 1917, Western European governments allowed their planters in the Caribbean to import an estimated 500,000 Indian indentured servants. They imported 500,000 Indians from the United States, the so-called United States. Now, down there, they sent 500,000 Negroes as slaves down to the Caribbean from North America, my naga. And look, South Carolina also exported Indian slaves to the Caribbean from 1670 to 1715. Now, they sent 500,000 Nagas from the U.S. down to the Caribbean, but according to their historical records, they only brought approximately 300-something thousand so-called Africans who we really know was really other Indians. They telling you by their record that they sent more Nagas elsewhere than they brought Nagas here to. Only approximately Africans came directly to North America during the entire transatlantic slave trade. And we know none of them ships went to Canada. All of them came to the so-called U.S. because no slave ship went to Canada. I jumped out the window with Canada just like Florida because I already done studied. Ain't no damn slave ship went to no damn Canada at all. Ain't no niggerlets end up in Canada because of slavery. Them niggerlets was already there. Where I posted that. Look, those in what is now called Canada typically came from the United States, so-called the American colonies. No human chattel, no slave ships went to Canada directly from Africa. It's easily to find this stuff. They just start calling you Nagas Africans. Hey, salute to the real blackjack. They go my granddaddy boy, or my daddy boy.
Boom shakalaka!
I miss my granddaddy. A lot of wisdom from that man. So I was setting all this up. Now we're gonna talk about this Atala and Chactas. I know a lot of people ain't heard this story, you know what I'm saying? But it's an important story. And it's funny because it relates to a lot of the stuff we just looked at. It relates to a lot of the stuff we just looked at. Slavery in the indigenous people and the French. Because the French made this clock here we're looking at. Y'all know it's a bone savage clock. It's a noble savage clock, right? A noble savage Indian clock, a pendule all negre. But what is this clock all about? It's about Atala and Chactas. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. I'm gonna go to a page for y'all real quick. Atala and Chactas, Managa. And right now, I'm on antique, antiqueswiss.com. Antiqueswiss.com. Yeah, there you go. Antique Swiss. Antique Swiss, not antique. Right, Jack, you big dummy?
You big dummy.
Antique Swiss. An indigenous themed clock. Atala rescuing Chactas, circa 1810. Salute. They're not tying the Naga up, freeing the Naga, rescuing the Naga in 1810, my Naga. And let's read about it. They got what we might as well look at it a little bit. I had it on the thing, but let's see. We can click on these little. Well, I thought you could on your phone. You can click on them and they, you know how they blow up like pictures. But I guess my computer ain't. You can't do it here on the laptop. Well, we see what it is. We see the details. Atala rescuing Chala, and who is this? Who is this Naga? Someone spent some time and some money building these things here. That's why they're so valuable these days. I wish I owned one, you know, from the 19th century, 1810, because the 19th century would be the 1800s. The first century would be the year 0 to 99, right? Second century would be the year 100 to the year 200, right? So the 1810, that would be the 19th century, right? 19th century, empire style, made of bronze, price $22,000 something. You know what I'm saying? They want a lot of money for that. Let's read about it. Why? Let's say detailed description right here. This is a rare clock with an exotic or indigenous theme. All right, so we saw some Negroes, right? So they saying it's indigenous to where? Some goofy gonna say Africa, some idiot that don't know no better, that don't know really history.
You big dummy.
They not gonna get it. But it say got an indigenous theme known as a Pendule au Nord, or the Pendule au Nigre, right? They put Pendule au Nord here, right? Because we know what Nord mean. Nord mean black, right? Pendule mean clock. Or mean the pendule of. So the clock of the black, or the clock of the Negre, because you'll see it as Pendule au Nigre. A lot of y'all know, but some people might be new and they might not know. And this is written in French. That's why we have to translate it. Pendule au Nigre. Because we need to put that just so everybody know. Look, an empire, yep, French Empire, Pendule au Nigre, Paris, circa 1800 to 1805, right? Let's click on that one, just for the reverence, because we know the Pendule au Nord is the Pendule au Nigre. Salute. We're talking about the Negro. Now it says it's indigenous, but indigenous to where? Some fool would say Africa. And this is the Pendule au Nord, or the Pendule au Nigre, the clock of the black, or the clock of the Nigre, the Negro, is, or the pendule of the bone savage, the noble savage. And we know what the noble savage is, right? Because that's what bone savage means from French. For the new people in the house, though, we're going to make it clear one time. The bone savage is the noble savage. And what's the noble savage? It's a character. The character of who? The myth of the noble savage is of the American Indian, but why is it a white guy? Western anthropology, philosophy, and literature, the myth of the noble savage refers to the stock character who is uncorrupted by civilizations. As such, the noble savage symbolizes the innate goodness and moral superiority of primitive people living in harmony in nature. Right? The noble savage, right? They're talking about Olo, the noble Indian. Right? They're talking about the Indian when they talk about the noble savage. Olo, the poor Indian. Olo, the poor Indian who was untutored. He thought he was from Africa. He untutored mind. He see God in the cloud. He hears him in the wind. His poor little soul proud. He a little poor Mr. Lola, the poor Indian. Yeah, the noble savage, right? So the Pindu or Negre, the Pindu or Nor, or the noble savage was the Indian, the American Indian. It was the Negro, right? It wasn't.
Sit your $5 ass down
It
before I
wasn't
make
Geronimo.
change.
It wasn't Geronimo.
You big dummy.
The myth of the noble savage was never Geronimo, right? It was never Geronimo. So we just connecting all these dots. The Pendula Nor, the noble savage. The bone savage is the noble savage. As with the arts, clocks were not immune to the events of the time. Because the clock is just artwork. It is art. That clock is art. It's just as valuable as any other piece of art. As with the arts, clocks were not immune to the events of time and often reflected political or military developments, genre scenes, fashion, literary narratives, scientific discoveries, mythological subjects, professions, etc. Here our clock is of romantic inspiration, drawn from the story in Charterbrain's novel Les Amours des Deux Savages, the two savages, deux savages. Les Amours des Deux Savages dans le désert. The scene takes place in Louisiana. The scene takes place in Louisiana. Well, I'd be down in Louisiana. We were just reading about Louisiana a minute ago before we even got into all of this. It takes place in Louisiana. No information about a French slave ship carrying the Natchez Indians to the Caribbean is available though. The Natchez people, all up in Louisiana, huh? The French enslaved indigenous people in Louisiana from 1699 to 1803. They captured indigenous people and raised and enslaved women and children who survived. In 1731, the French enslaved nearly 300 Natchez peoples. Managa. So we're taking place in Louisiana, huh? Where indigenous people live. Yeah, I guess.
You big dummy.
What a coinky is. You mean, hey, Brian Slack House God in the house. Dr. Shlomo Sands in the house. Salute Kyle N in the house. Salute.
Boom shakalaka!
Roger W in the house. Salute. Oh, these dots just line right up by themselves, right? Los Amores de Deux Savages, this Lost Desert. The scene takes place in Louisiana, huh? Where indigenous people live then and now. Description. The clock is made of chiseled bronze with a black and green patina and gilded bronze. It depicts Atala rescuing Chactas, or the loves of the two savages in the desert. Les Amours des Deux Savages dans la desert. The love of the two savages in the desert, huh? From the Empire period, circa 1810, the movement is housed in pyre covered with a lion skin. To the right, Chactas is tied to a palm tree used as a pillory and is being freed by Atala, while on the left, leaning against the pyre, stands the warrior garden of Chactas. The bas relief shows the funeral of Atala at the entrance of a cave in the Louisiana landscape. Father Aubrey is depicted with a spade in one hand and a rosary in the other. Chactas is wearing a cross around his neck, is carrying Atala, who took her own life. A dog symbolizes loyalty. The clock rests on 4 bald feet. Alright, so let's look at that bas relief where they say the funeral was occurring at. Oh, we can't blow it up. I'll do it another. Oh man, we gotta. The bas relief is down at the bottom. I'm gonna have to put it up on another, because I can't put it up right here. But we'll put it up. We'll get it up. Hold up. I already looked at it, but I wanted to show y'all what they're talking about the funeral. The funeral is not this scene at the top is what they're talking about being Atala rescuing Chactas. But the funeral scene, what they're talking about is down here at the bottom. The bas relief they're talking about where Atala took her own life and Chactas was carrying her. And the pastor right here, the booty demon priest, had his little cross or whatever. These bone savage, these nigres, Pindu are nigres, are bone savage.
Au bon sauvage. Au négré l'Amérique. Et l'Amérique négrée. Et l'Amérique négrée. Et l'Amérique négrée. Au bon sauvage. Au négré l'Amérique.
The French used to be talking, they used to be talking sporty. I had to figure out what all that meant at one point in time. I know it by heart now. Cause I'm on their bumper. I'm on their bumper.
Noble savage.
The noble savage, my naga, right? Yeah, Atala Rescuing Chactas, and there's 2 versions. This cloud model was produced in 2 versions. The smaller version with 2 characters, and the rarer version with 3 characters. This is the rare version. This is the one that's worth that money. Clocks with indigenous themes are part of the so-called Pindu or Nigre. Clocks of the Negro. Look, they put the so-called. They are classified into 4 groups with literary themed clocks belonging to the first group. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all know we bone savage experts over here. I think we the first people, well, the first people of recent, the recent YouTube culture that's been on bone savage expertise in these French clocks. Ain't nobody broke them down like us. And I mean, I'm surprised, man. All these knockers doing Indian content. I'm surprised ain't nobody really been talking about these, man. Cause it's like the most damning evidence that exists. I'm like, this is crazy that nobody really talks about it. And then what's so funny though, it matches right up with the historical record. Who's doing real research? I'm like, damn, is anybody doing real research here? Is anybody connecting the dots for real? Or are we just on YouTube playing around? Managa, salute. But it's a serious subject. And we gotta understand it's all about us. It ain't about nobody else. It ain't about nobody else. These bone savage claws, these Pindu are nigres. And hold on, I got it right here. Atala, the novella, man. We're gonna look at Wikipedia. It's a book. You can buy this book. It's pretty costly. You wanna buy it. It's pretty costly, but you probably can find the download for free. It say Atala, o les amors de dos savages dans las desert. English, Atala, or the loves of 2 Indian savages in the desert. 2 Indian savages. Yeah, we know. Yeah, don't even attempt to tell us that these are 2 Africans. Don't even attempt to talk about some fucking black or more like we stupid.
You big dummy.
I know exactly what these are. Indigenous American Indians. You don't have to tell me what I already know. So I'm not an idiot. I won't let nobody brainwash me and indoctrinate me to be one either. You know what I'm saying? 2 Indians, not Africans, 2 Indians in the desert. In Louisiana, but not in no damn Nigeria, no Zimbabwe. It's an early novella by the French, who was doing all, and the French know very well. If anybody know, the French know. If anybody know, the French know what the American Indians look like, because they was capturing and enslaving them. If anybody know what the Indians look like, if anybody know what the Indians wasn't no red band, the French know it.
$5 ass down before I make change.
The French got a whole damn
Au bon sauvage.
a damn word
Et
I had to
négré
translate telling you who the Indian is. The French had plenty to say about the Americans, about the Lamerique, the
Et l'Amérique
Americans.
négrée.
The French had plenty to say about it, and they knew better than anybody else since 1699 to 1803. All the Indians they was capturing and enslaving in America. So I'm not foolish. Let somebody tell me otherwise. They say the French author Francis de Chateaubriand first published on The story is told from the point of view of the 73-year-old hero, Chactas, whose story is preserved by an oral tradition amongst the Seminoles, my nigga. For who else?
Boom shakalaka!
The real Seminoles, that is. Not the fake ones.
Sit your $5 ass
Talking
down
about no
before I make
Dawes Road
change.
Seminoles. We talking about the ones they call them freedmen. The work at least partially inspired by his travels in North America. Ain't talking about at least partially, haha. What is the claim? Ain't no partially, it's all the way inspired by the travel. Where else would he be inspired from? Reflects the 18th century French romanticism and exoticism of his time, and went through 5 editions in his first year. It was adapted frequently for stage and translated into many languages. Along with Renee, Atala began as a discarded fragment from a long prose epic the author had composed between 1793 and 1799. Les Natchez. The Natchez, my nigga. Of course it's the Natchez. Of course Atala, and you talking about the Natchez, because I already knew that. I already knew what you was doing, what the French was doing in Louisiana, enslaving indigenous people. What indigenous people they was enslaving? The Natchez. But they're gonna sit here on the AI and tell you ain't no information about the French slave ship carrying the Natchez Indians to the Caribbean. You ain't got no information about the French slave ships carrying the Natchez Indians to the Caribbean because you AI, because I'm smarter than you, AI. You're not smart as Blackjack. Blackjack know history better than AI. Blackjack know that the French carried the Natchez Indians to the Caribbean and enslaved these nigglets. And Blackjack knew they was blacks, and the Blackjack know they Indians. And Blackjack ain't gonna let you lie to him, because I already know it. Salute.
Boom shakalaka!
Yeah, I already know you was talking about the Natchez. As soon as I seen this, I said, it's the Natchez Indians, some nigglets. French, like it gotta be the Natchez. Like the French ain't, but man, the Natchez Seminoles and the Natchez, same difference. As soon as I saw it, I said, yeah, I seen this before. I said, that's enslaving the Natchez, and you want to call them Les Natchez, like I don't know. Les Natchez, huh? 1799, same year. What a quinky need, which would not be made public until 1826. In 1802, both Atala and Renee were published as part of the Chactas brand's Genie du Christianize. Look at that, Christianize you knockers. Man, why my grandma be on that Christian? Your grandma, you wonder why your grandma be on white Jesus so hard? Your grandma in there with a blonde wig on, worshiping white Jesus. Yeah, going on out here. French now. Christianity, see, I ain't finna get into all that. Y'all can read all that if y'all want to. Y'all can read all that part. I mean, y'all got the drop on it. The novel about Atala, the Natchez Indians and enslavement by the French, and that they was Negroes. And for anybody who still want to say, anybody who still so indoctrinated, nah, man, the Indians was red, man. Like
Sit
that.
your $5 ass down before I make
change. Go on to
change.
Zimbabwe, wherever you want to go. Come on. We'll do this for you. Natchez Indian Negroes. We ain't gonna rely on the AI, but let's see what the AI said anyway. The Natchez Indians were a Native American tribe that lived in the area that is now southwest Mississippi. All right, Mississippi. We already know what time it is, right? You're talking about Mississippi and Louisiana, and their history is connected to the African American experience in Natchez. Man, sometimes this joint here just get, I be like, man, I be feeling like I'm in 3025 and the rest of the world still in 2024. They fell the dragon in the house, salute. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Why are they still lying in school to our children? Why are they not telling the truth about who the Natchez really is? The Natchez encouraged African slaves to rebel. Man, audacity. Alright, forget the AI. Look, free people of color in colonial Natchez. Y'all know they was enslaving the free people of color, right? Who these Natchez Indians was, huh? 1700, huh? Oh. It ain't even funny for real. It's sad that I gotta do it like this though, to drive the point home, to paint the picture for people to really see the truth. This is not nothing I'm making up. It's right here in your face. More than one source. Yo, who were the Natchez Indians? Who was in colonial Natchez in the 1700s getting enslaved? Free people of color. The history of the colonial Natchez district, Mississippi's most successful early European settlement. I wonder why it was so successful. They were enslaving all the Indians. It's one frequently told through the eyes and accounts of white settlers.
You big dummy.
Wonder why they said it like that. Told through the eyes of white settlers. Yet, Natchez was built primarily through the backbreaking work of enslaved Negroes, not Africans. But who were these Negroes? These Negroes definitely was not Africans. Enslaved Indians. We just looked at that. During Natchez's first century, people from Europe and Africa, yeah, right, along with Native Americans, struggled with each other over land. It's a hijack article. Status of free black people in colonial Natchez. So who the free black people can't be African slaves? See, they contradict themselves so easily. They just told us African slaves, Europeans, and Indians, and then now they gonna turn around and tell us free black people in the colonial Natchez. Like we stupid. They the ones stupid because they don't even the person that wrote this, he or she can't even see through the idiocracy of what they just wrote here. They can't even see. They that shallow minded that they can't even see that they contradicted themselves right here. In more than one way. They served as warriors, farmhands, midwives, maids. Yeah. Natchez free black people occupied the lowest rung in Natchez free society. I bet. The French, the Natchez Indians, and free people of color. Oh, what a coinky ding. Oh, what a coinky ding. All in one group, huh? The French, the Natchez Indians, and free. What all they got to do with each other? See what I'm saying? He hijacks whatever he wrote here. He don't even get it for real. The first known free black people in Natchez was connected to the Natchez Indians. Can you tell on himself? The first known black person in Natchez wasn't even from Africa. It was a Natchez Indian. The first free black person in Natchez was connected to the Natchez Indians, Managa. That's Natchez. Salute.
Boom shakalaka! Boom shakalaka! Boom shakalaka!
Just done too easy, man, for real, y'all. At this point, it's just cause this junk crazy, man. It's like people be writing all this stuff and they can't even understand with it because they don't know about all this other stuff. The person that wrote this, they don't even know about all this other stuff. First known free black person in Natchez was connected to the Natchez Indians, of course, in their struggle against French intrusion. In 1723, violence erupted between the French and the Natchez Indians, who dominated the region. The French were keenly aware that the role of the French were keenly aware of the role that black people played in the back country, in the woods, my nigga. The Indians. Their empire. On November 23rd, 1723, the minutes of the Superior Council of Louisiana reported a French ultimatum to end the current conflict with the Natchez. This demand read that they, the Natchez Indians, bring in dead or alive a Negro. has taken refuge among them for a long time, and who makes them seditious speeches against the French nation, and who has followed them on occasion against our Indian allies. Hey, that joke be funny, man. Hey, people was mad, man. Like, our ancestors, man, listen, man. Our ancestors was pissing these people off. You know what I'm saying? That's why I ride how I ride. I be talking shit. I don't care. I don't care about monetization. Y'all don't know. I don't really care about monetization. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. That's why I ain't changed it. That's why I'm still uncut. People be subscribing to my channel, then they unsubscribe sometimes. They be finding out, they be saying, this nog gets raw and uncut. Nah, I don't care though. I ain't changing. Our ancestors ain't give a damn. Our ancestors was giving their ass hell. They said, you turn over this Negro. That's what they told. They had, and our ancestors, you know they ain't turned them over. You know they ain't turned in that Negro. They done told the free niggas and the Natchez Indians, you turn over this Negro talking, making seditious speeches against the French. They say, you bring him in, you bring this Negro blackjack in, dead or alive. Hey, ain't so funny, man. That's why I love being who I am, man. I love our ancestors. I don't want to be, I love where I live. I don't want to live nowhere else. I don't want to be no immigrant. I love where I live. I don't want to be no migrant. I live in one of the best places on earth, man. I live in I'm a con, you know what I'm saying? I love home. No place like home. Like, clap your feet 2 times, my nigga. No place like home, my nigga. Why on earth would I want to go migrate somewhere else? Bitch, that's why I don't live. I ain't one of these goof ass migrants. I love my heritage. I love my ancestors. I love where I'm from. I love being a Floridian. Look at me, I'm out here on my homemade boat. Y'all fishing the other day. Let me see. That boy out here, Blackjack. Hold on. Blackjack getting it down in here. I don't want to go. Why I want to go to somebody else's land?
Little China cat.
I'm out here. I was out there tearing them up. I was throwing them all back. I was doing catch and release, my nigga. I ain't feel like cleaning no fish. I was catching a whole bunch of cats that other day. I love being, man. I love where I'm from, my nigga. I ain't trying to. I'm glad I ain't no booty scratcher.
China cat.
I'm glad my ancestors ain't booty scratcher. We are blessed, my nigga. Salute. We are blessed. I don't be on this. Like, I study our history because I love who I am. I love where we from. You know, I love Mississippi. I love Louisiana. I don't know shit about no damn Zimbabwe.
Boom shakalaka!
Nobody said
Big dummy, sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Shit about no damn Zimbabwe. I don't give a damn about no Zimbabwe either. I ain't gonna never ever give a damn about Zimbabwe. Or Nigeria. You see me in Georgia sometime, Louisiana, California, New York, my nigga. I don't care about all that. I don't even need no passport. I embrace who I am, where I'm from, my home, my ancestral land, my nigga. I know who we are. I know who he is. I don't want to be nobody else. I got some more. Hold on, let me see. I got some more of these in here. I thought I could pull them up. I don't know why it won't let me. Hold on, man. It won't let me go back. Let me see if it let me back out. I caught some mangrove snapper. I caught a bunch of catfish. They say the sheephead biting right now. One of my partners went out the other day. His ass caught a bunch of sheephead. I said, I got to get back out there. I said, I've been slacking. Why it won't let me go to the other one? What the hell going on? I don't know if it's because I got this live going. All right, let me do it like this. Hold on. I'm trying to show y'all that mangrove snap I caught. Over here on some bull. What's wrong with my computer, man? I'm starting to hate this damn computer. Hey, you ever get like that? Got a love-hate relationship with your computer and shit? I be hating my computer sometimes, man. Trying to go back to my my folder again. Let me see. I'm trying to show y'all some more of these fish I caught. I caught about 30 fish the other day and threw all of them back. I told my dad I threw. My dad say I showed my dad some of these videos. He say, nice. He said, well, what you did with all the fish? I said, I threw them back. That nigga looked at me sideways. I said, nigga, your ass ain't about to clean them. I said, me and my cuz cleaned all the fish last time. Ain't nobody helped. I said, not doing it this time. I said, I was just fishing for fun. Bro, I was like, shoot, I ain't even really, I had some drinks in my cooler and some ice. I wasn't prepared to keep no fish. See, I was out there in the little, y'all know I be building little boats. I was out there in the little homemade boat. Yeah, the little homemade deal, but now hold on. Y'all be hating this damn computer sometime, man. I'm telling y'all. Y'all better load my shit up, man. Sometimes the water be rough. Boy, you gotta get in the water to get your boat on. You gotta get down in the water, my nigga. Hey, some niggas be scary. They be like, man, you know, my big brother. My brother like, man, you an alligator in there. I say, man, I ain't worried about no alligator, my nigga. I be worried a little bit, though. You gotta get in there to get your boat on the trailer though sometimes. Hey, you gotta get in the water and manhandle that thing. Yeah, you gotta you can't be no little bitch.
Biatch.
I be all in the water, waist deep, my nigga, our water black as hell, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, if an alligator bite me, it's my time to go. And I'm gonna get his ass a fight. Maybe manatee, you might see a manatee swim up. You might feel some shit bump your leg. But you gotta get your boat back on it. You gotta get your boat back on the damn shit, man. Now you can't just leave the boat out there. That's part of boating, though. You can't be scary. Sometimes you can drive your boat up on the trailer, but sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes that's out of the question. You feel me? I'm trying to pull up some more. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up some more of the fish I caught, man, with my computer cooperate. I be having fun, y'all. I know a lot of niggas be stressed, like niggas be stressed about elections and niggas be stressed about being a slave. But I generally be having fun in my day-to-day. Even at work, man. I caught the fish on all these clips. Like, I got a little Go Cam. I got a little DJI camera. Like, you just hit the button. Like, as soon as something bite my rod, I hit the button. And then I just start recording. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, you know, something might hit the rod, but I might lose it. But most of the time I catch it though. I hit the little button on the little headpiece and the camera just start recording. A lot of times it be a little ugly ass catfish though. That was a mangrove snapper right
Take
there.
him.
Yeah, that was like a little mangrove snapper. Hold on, let me call
He's a keeper.
I ain't keep him for real though. So he was almost a keeper. He was a little mangrove snapper got to be 10 inches. They be a little fatter when they about 10 inches. Yeah, that's a mangrove snapper right there. Yeah, it's a mangrove. Damn, y'all can't see it. I got the screen way down there. Hold on. Yeah, that's a little mangrove snapper there. It be all kind of. I caught about 6 different kind of fish that day. I caught mangrove snappers. I caught some Seller's Choice, some catfish, some trout, some croaker, some puppet drums. I just be liking being out there though, for real. Like I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna never live something nowhere besides Florida. Like I done visited a lot of places, but like I was born in Florida. That's where I'm gonna die at. Like it's a part of me. The whole not just living here, but everything about it. Shoot, a lot of time me and my cousin we'll go out, we'll catch about 40, 50 fish, and we'll have a fish fry and invite everybody over and shit. I got some videos of some where these knockers dancing, they acting the donkey. You ain't gonna see Blackjack doing no dancing. But my cousin, Oh man, if I show y'all some of this, hey boy, y'all gonna die laughing at some of this stuff. We'll hop out there, we'll go catch about 50 fish, fry them up. But y'all, it's kind of, what shit I be doing. But what y'all do where y'all live at? I know some people watch this from all different parts of the country, all different parts of the world too. But what y'all do where y'all at? I know we all got a passion for something in life, but like a lot of the stuff I got a passion for tied directly to my ancestral home. Why I say I could never be no migrant. Our ancestors weren't no migrants, no immigrants. Our ancestors stood up and fought, damn it, in every war, in every fight. Our ancestors ain't run for no fight. Every single one. Our ancestors was not migrants, my nigga. Not by no, we wasn't running. Our ancestors wasn't taking tail and running, no. It was a fight. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying? That's why we still here right now. That's the only reason they would have been got rid of us if they could. If we was immigrants like all these other people, they'd have been got rid of us. Think about that shit. They'd have been got rid of us if we was immigrants like all these other people. We like, my answer like, hell no. We ain't went nowhere and we ain't going nowhere. Salute. I hope y'all like this story about Atala and Chactas, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I know y'all got other stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to get at y'all one time. I know we've been doing politics and we've been talking, we've been joking, doing other stuff. I still be gonna hop on some Indian stuff sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But I just been on some lately. I've been enjoying myself lately with everything that's been going on for real. It's the holidays for some. Like I ain't really into all of that. But I know a lot of people family around. It's good to be around family, especially if you blessed. If you ain't in the hospital, or maybe you are in the hospital but you still here, you blessed either way. And if your family, you ain't got no family members in the hospital, or maybe you do, but they still here. So we gotta count our blessings. That's all we gotta do, count our blessings. But y'all share this story, share this video. Research the story some more yourself. Matter of fact, let me show y'all that before we pull it out. So before we close this out, the story of Let's Do Savages. I'm gonna show y'all where y'all can get that from. The two savages, two Indian savages in the desert, right? All right. Screen back. So this is actually a novel. Like, so if anybody want, I ain't buying the novel. If anything, I'll try to find it and download it for free. I ain't trying to spend no money with these French MFers. Yeah, two Indian savages in the desert. A phrase most likely referencing the classic novel Atala, or The Love and Constancy of the Two Savages in the Desert by French author Francois Reine de Charlebrand. So so there you go on Amazon. Yeah, I might as well go on to show this because it wouldn't be right if I ain't show this. So you can get it off Amazon or Kindle for $5, hardcover for $40, paperback for $17. Like if you really want to get the book, and I might do purchase the paperback or something. Because it is a good source to have, because with the other sources that you could relate with it and connect the dots and show people, look, they're talking about this. So they got it on Amazon. Yeah, look. Y'all know about the merciless Indian savages. That's what Thomas Jefferson put in the Declaration of Independence. His dumb ass. How you gonna put all men created equal, except these savage niggas? This nigga Thomas Jefferson actually wrote in the Declaration of Independence that all men were created equal except us. Look, he called us merciless Indian savages. Not these hijackers. They think they talking about them. He ain't talking about y'all. He talking about us. Look, the Declaration of Independence was adopted on the 4th of July, 1776. We as Americans are all too familiar with the statement from the Declaration which states, "We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal." Yet lines below refers to the Native Americans, American Indians, the Negroes, the Pendul or Negre, who we all know are the first inhabitants, are the true inhabitants, not the first since the beginning of time, the original inhabitants and stewards of this land, as merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is undistinguished, destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. It is clear that all men are created equal does not include the Native Americans. And who they enslaved? Salute. Who really got enslaved? Salute. Yeah. Who are clearly perceived as subhuman. They saw you as subhuman. They enslaved you. To the United States of America, find the father, the roots of injustice in the United States of America is written for the entire world to see, to read. Merciless Indian savages. Beyond the noble savage. An American Indian, Romeo and Juliet. The concept of the noble savage can be traced to the earliest accounts of American Indians. Monaga, salute. We gotta wake our people up sooner or later, man. And I'm Blackjack, man. The noble savage. It's House of Cons, man.
Au bon sauvage. Au Négré l'Amérique.
We out. Peace.